welcome to Make an Impact Mondays. I'm so excited to see you here. I haven't seen a lot of you since the last couple days of the boot camp. Thank you again if you participated. If you didn't, don't worry. We'll have another one coming up in the fall, and we'll make sure you ladies in this particular group know about it first. What happens here every Monday with me at noon Eastern is I am here to give you something that you can immediately go out and implement in your business. It's all about Make an Impact Monday. And so that's what we're doing with our particular business is we're making an impact, we're increasing that impact as well as our income. Who can get behind that? If you are here live with me today, you want to say hello, chime in, give me a wave, drop me some fire. If you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay so I can come back, and please make sure to ask any questions that you have inside the comments, because that's what I'm here to do today, is to coach you through this particular topic. So again, if you're here live, say hello. Let's dive into what's happening. Hello, Audrey. The lovely Audrey is here. I'm so excited to see you. Today we want to know, we have this beautiful business that we're building, and now we want to take it to the next level. And a lot of us in the entrepreneurial space talk about this next level, but what does that really mean? And how do we actually do it? Now, when you're first starting out and you're here and you're trying to figure out, okay, is this what I want to do? Is this what I want to have in my business? How do I even validate this particular offer? You want to be going out and getting a few one-on-one clients, right? Hosting a boot camp like I just showed you to do last week, and trying your hat at selling your program. Hi, Sabrina. Sabrina, you're double dipping today. Sabrina's launching this week and she's watching here today. So excited for Sabrina. Good luck to you. So when it comes to scaling your business and allowing it to grow, there are some factors that, allow you to just do that. So all I want you to know is that here at Launch It Live with me, we are always talking about our impact that we're having, not only on our clients, but on the people that are, part of our family that are attached to our business, but also the income that we can be creating by hosting and having our own beautiful business. Because money isn't the end all and be all, but what happens is with that increased income, you're allowed to go out and have more impact. You're allowed to go out and change the lives of other people, children, groups, whatever that may be, something that's close to your heart. So what is close to your heart? What philanthropy do you want in your business? And if you're not scaling, what you can give back to others is limited. So it's not only about creating the freedom that we want in our own business, hence the reason why we become, hi Jane, the reason we become entrepreneurs is that we want to, right? We want to have impact. We want to have freedom, whatever that means for you, in whatever revenue terms that is essential for you, and then be able to give back. So how do we do this? There's three main ways that we can scale our business. I want to walk you through those today. The first one is the delivery of our offer. Now, being here in this particular group with me or attending these Monday lives with me, that the delivery of your offer is so important, I'm able to take my 23 years as a teacher and professor, take that skill set and apply it to how I show you to deliver your content. Now, in Launch It Live Academy, the ladies actually have a whole module on that delivery of that content, right? It's so important. How are you being able to deliver that content? First of all, right? If you have a beautiful business like Audrey and Sabrina and Jane do, how are you able now to deliver that content to your people? But how are you able to deliver that content so that you can scale, right? So in order to have many sales, you need to be able to scale those sales. And if we scale those sales, then you need to scale the delivery of your offer. So we want to be scaling this delivery, right? So a lot of us, what happens is we just focus in on the sales. And at the beginning of your business, that's the most important thing, those first few sales. And I hear you, I've been there. But once you have those first few sales, and then you have the continuity of those sales, right? You have more and more people coming into your network marketing business, or more and more people coming into your program. That is where sometimes we're missing the mark, right? Sometimes we're missing the mark. And tell me, where you are in the delivery of your offer. Are you just getting your first few sales? Or are you ready to scale? So Audrey, Sabrina, and Jane, where are you in this particular portion here? Because what happens is your business, ladies, won't be sustainable in the long term if you are missing this portion. If you're missing the scale portion in your business, right, then the sustainability of that business will be stalled. Does that make sense? So a lot of us think, we have to get out into the world and we have to generate more sales and more offers, which we're going to get into. And it's true. So this means what happens, is we are delivering our content one to many. I'll do a number one. As opposed to, ladies, 1-to-1. So if you want to scale to the next level, after you get those first few sales in your business, and now you're getting repeatable sales, how do we scale it so you're having more income and more impact the more you go out there? This is why I love boot camps. This is why I love boot camps. Right, Sabrina, so you're working through those first few sales, right, in a one-to-many portion by doing your launching. And what happens is when you're able to use a boot camp, right, and again, it was not last week, but the week before, we actually walked you through how to build your actual boot camp, those 5 days. When you host a 5-day boot camp, you are able to scale, even just from the beginning sales to where you want to be. I want you to recognize the power of a boot camp, because you don't have, it's not a 1-to-1. You have more than you and another person in the boot camp, right? You already are adapting the one-to-many model. And when you do that, you're able to deliver your content to many people. And a lot of us don't think of this in terms of the scalability. I don't go into this inside my boot camp, right? We're talking about scaling here on a different level now. So what happens is if you're just starting out and you're running your boot camp and you're getting those first few sales, the next time you run your boot camp, now you're scaling again because you're able to get more people the next time. Or if you're running a network marketing business and you're doing your boot camp, then you're able to scale on that piece. And we talked about the power of 5 inside of the boot camp 2 weeks ago. It is an amazing model to deliver one-to-many, right? Delivery and sales. Hello, Linda Foote. Does this make sense with you ladies, right? So let's start to think about how we're going to scale from the beginning. So many of us come in and we're like, I'm just happy to get 1 to 2 sales. And it's absolutely thrilling to get those first few sales. But my ladies inside of the academy learn the strategy of the boot camp so they can scale from the beginning. Right from the outset, we are delivering the content one-to-many, okay? So if you're stuck at 1-to-1, and then your offer is only seen by a small amount of people. And when that happens, you are then stuck and stalled. and therefore that impact in income is stalled. And it has, it reverberates through your whole business. But when you're able to deliver your content one to many, right, and scale from the beginning, it's a beautiful thing. And that's why I love boot camps so much, right? So you can do all of the aforementioned things above, right, here by running a boot camp. So a great way to generate leads, right, which are clients. We talk about leads in terms of, sometimes when we say leads, we take that personal human connection out of it. So a great way to generate clients is to host a boot camp. Teach your people something they need in their life or their business. Give them that mini win within the boot camp, and then build your customer list while you're building your business. We're not building an email list, ladies. We're building a customer list. I have a whole training here inside of this group, if you go to the guides, on building a customer list versus building an email list. Now, the second thing that we need to be doing, ladies, is not only delivering our content at scale, but closing sales at a scalable level, okay? So a lot of us entrepreneurs get stuck here because we're only focused on getting the sale, right? Or generating the lead, right? So for example, we want, and I'll do generating leads next, all right? So the only thing that the thing that we're stuck at the most is that because we're only focusing on bringing the people to the boot camp, acquiring the clients, right? And we don't think about building the system within our business in order to close leads at scale. So which means is that making an offer to many people, and then being able to welcome many people into your business at one time. And again, guess what? That's why I love boot camps, because you are able to make your offer, which is either join my network marketing business by buying these products, or join my program in order to get this solution to many people by running your boot camp. If my ladies in the academy are here watching, you are doing this. You are learning without even knowing, you are learning to scale from the beginning. You are putting a system and a foundation to scale from the beginning. If you're not in the academy, ladies, and you're watching this particular training, I want you to start to think about, in my business, what infrastructure, what systems, what framework do I have in place in order to scale? Do I have the opportunity to deliver my content to many people? Many focused people. It's one thing to do a live on your Facebook page to many people. It's quite another to do a Facebook Live and teach someone something for 5 days inside of a Facebook community. Are you thinking about not only getting those first few sales, but how are you going to scale those first few sales by closing them on a one-to-many basis, right? So that's why, like I said, I love boot camps. You can have hundreds of people come through your boot camp, right? You can have hundreds of people come through your boot camp, and you can deliver that content to them, that training to them, and then you can offer the opportunity to work with you on a larger scale. You don't have to hop on a sales call with hundreds of people. You're leveraging the way you make an offer and close the sales. Especially if you have a higher ticket program. So my ladies who are selling into a 3, 6, 9, 12-month program at a higher ticket, the boot camp is perfect for you. My network marketers, a boot camp is perfect for you, because once you bring in, say, your first 5 people through your boot camp, then those 5 people invite another 5 people. Now you're up at 25. Those 25 people invite 5 people. Now you're up to 125. Those 125 people invite 5 people. Now you're up to 625. The power of duplication is beyond measure by running a boot camp. So how are you closing those sales before you bring more in the door? So what happens is we generate leads or clients, and we want to do that so that we scale our business. So we're thinking, okay, how are you generating leads? We do that through the bootcamp strategy. That's what we do here. We bring people in, we teach them something for 5 days, we give them a win, we allow them to be successful with that free training, and then we make the offer, and we deliver our content to many, and then we make the offer of the sale to many. Now, before you go out and get more sales or more clients, how are you nurturing those people that come in the door? How are you nurturing those people that come into your Facebook group? For some of you, it's nurturing those leads, right? Especially my network marketers. You are taught very early on about the power of follow-up. My program, ladies, you need to adopt the follow-up method. A lot of times we think, I don't want to follow up because I'm going to upset that particular person. They're going to think I'm being a nag. They're thinking, I wish some people would follow up with me on a more continual basis because we get busy and we just forget. It doesn't mean that we don't want to be part of your program or part of your network marketing business. What happens is when people don't want to be part of it, they will tell you, I'm not interested, thank you very much. Until you get that, you should be following up in order to do and generate this cycle of scale again, to bring more people into your bootcamp, generate that ideal client, right? Get everybody excited, deliver your content from one to many through your bootcamp, and then close the sale on a larger platform. So when you invite people from your bootcamp into your program, or you invite people from your bootcamp into your network marketing business, it is one to many. And when you can get that particular skill set down pat, there will be no stopping to how you scale your business. So how are you turning more leads, more clients, right? Your newfound friends, if you're doing organically, or if you're doing paid ads, your people who are in your groups, how are you turning them into paying clients? Do you have a strategy? Do you have a system? The ladies inside Launch It Live Academy, we train them on specifically doing just that. So if you aren't in the academy, I want you to think about this for yourself. How am I, nurturing this scale system? And if you don't have it, you can start to implement it today. How am I nurturing people into becoming paying clients in my business right now? And if you don't have a solid strategy, then we need to talk, right? Then we need to talk. You need to ask questions. We need to clarify this for you. So before you go and spend all of your money on ads or all your time on organic ways of finding customers and think, do I have people coming into my Facebook group, for example, and how am I systematizing them? How am I tracking them? How am I building relationships with them? These people at some point, ladies, have said to you, I'm interested in what you're doing. Start building those relationships with them so that you can scale on a massive, as quickly as you want, or on a massive scale. A lot of us entrepreneurs, believe that scaling our business is just about making more sales. Tell me if you're right. Tell me if that was you, or if that is you. Do you believe that scaling your business is just about making more sales? I was one of them. But truly scaling your business has a lot of moving pieces. Within each of these steps that we have here are many moving pieces. But I'll tell you what, ladies, in order for you to obtain, excuse me, a business that scales at the level that you want it to, it takes focus. It takes focus to generate leads and get clients so that those clients then become paying customers. And how do we focus on doing all of this? And I know you don't want to hear this, but it's the truth. How do we do this? Is we protect our mindset. When it truly comes to scaling your business, 90% is your mindset, 10% is the strategies that go into it. Because let's be honest, and that's what we do here. You want the actual strategies. You want, the steps to generate more clients, the steps to how do I get better at closing sales, the steps to delivering that content to the masses. You want the actual strategies, but you can have all of them. You can have all the strategies, you can have all the systems, you can have all the steps, you can have all the plans and all the methodologies and the frameworks. But if you're not protecting your mindset, none of this is useful. It's the plane inside it's the mask, that you put on inside the plane analogy, right? The oxygen mask, not the mask that we've been wearing lately. But if you don't put your mask on first, you will be useless to others. You will not be able to assist people around you if your oxygen mask is not on and you're conked out. It's the same thing in your business. Why so many businesses are not able to scale, it's because of your mindset, the limiting beliefs you put on yourself that stop you from breaking through the glass ceiling, that stop you from implementing all of these pieces. To be able to adapt, to pivot, to change, to roll with the punches, you have to have an ironclad mindset in doing this. This is not an easy job, ladies, to being an entrepreneur. Tell me if you believe that. If you believe that this is not easy, it's hard work. It is commitment and consistency that you have never been through in your life before. It is hard work, commitment, and consistency that you've never adapted or implemented in your life before. And to have that level of focus and then have the grace and the room to create the space to grow, right? That is how come a lot of lottery winners lose their money, because they did not have the wherewithal to grow into the person who can handle that money, who can handle those winnings. And that's the same thing here. If we are not growing with our business, if we are not protecting our mindset, then when we go to scale, when we go to build the boot camp and invite people in on a mass scale, we will not be able to do all of the actions that are necessary, because we will sit in fear, or we will sit in imposter syndrome, or we will sit in a mindset that is not growing with our business. One of my I have two favorite books that I like to read about mindset, and I'll share them with you here today. I do a lot of reading out of them to my ladies inside of the academy, and I reference them often. So when I first started this entrepreneurial journey, I started reading, and I don't have the cover to it anymore. It's a very well-read book, is Jack Canfield's The Success Principles. This book has been read and tagged and written in and dog marked and all of these things, because when I started, someone suggested that I read this book, and it has been a game changer when it comes to being able to scale into the business owner that is able to lead other people through their scaling of their business. Another book that I love is called The One Thing. The One Thing. And this is very hard for us as entrepreneurs to stick to, right? I talked about that commitment and that consistency. And so what happens is when you read The One Thing, I read it every year at the beginning of the year, right? What happens is you start to focus in on the one thing. And you stop doing all of the squirrel syndrome that you've been doing. And you hone in on your message. You hone in on your ideal client. You hone in on the ability to scale your business. And when we, right, what I do and what my ladies do inside the academy is we hone in on the one thing, which is boot camps as your lead generation repeatable system for attracting your ideal client. That's all we focus on. And in itself, there's a lot of pieces that go into building a profitable boot camp, but that's why we concentrate on the one thing so that we can have the mastery that we want inside of our business, if that makes sense. So when you're thinking about how to scale your business, I want you to take a really close and honest look at your business right now, ladies. And do you have these in place? Do you have the opportunity to generate clients and scale? Do you have the opportunity to deliver your content and scale? And do you have the opportunity or the wherewithal to have the, to close sales at a mass level, one to many as opposed to one to one? And then I want you to go out, and as you're learning all of this information and you're putting it all together, I want you to protect and work on your mindset. So those two books that I mentioned, and Linda put that in the comments, thank you, Linda, is the Jack Canfield Success Principles book and The One Thing. It will change your way of thinking, which affects everything we do in business, right? Everything we do in business, that's what it affects. So I hope that today you're able to take a little bit of a reflective look at your business, think, do I have the systems in place to do this? And then start and delve into those books so that you can be the woman who is scaling her business, growing with her business at the same time as building it. You don't want to be in a vacuum trying to create a business for people where you're not in the trenches with them. That will not help you grow your mindset. That will not help you scale your business. Now, I want you to ask any questions that you have about any of this inside the comments. I will come back and answer those right away. Thank you for being here for our Make an Impact Monday. I am here every Monday at noon Eastern. In the reminder post, there's actually a link where you can click on it and you can get a reminder in your messenger 5 minutes before I go live every Monday so you don't miss a training. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, ladies, for commenting and being a part of this training. And I hope that this helps when it comes to you thinking about your business and how you're scaling it. Take care.